जय कुंज बिहारी जय गोपीजन वल्लभ जय गिरिवर धारी जय गोपीजन वल्लभ जय गिरिवर धारी जय यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन যমুনা তীর বনচারী যমুনা তীর বনচারী জয় রাধা মাধব জয় কুঞ্জ বিহারী হরে কৃষ্ণ Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare जया राधा गिरिधारी राधा गिरिधारी राधे जय राधा दामोदर जय राधा दामोदर जय राधा दामोदर जय राधा दामोदर जय लड्डू गोपाल जय लड्डू गोपाल जय लड्डू गोपाल जय लड्डू गोपाल जय गौरानिताई जय गौरानिताई जय गौरानिताई जय गौरानिताई जय पंचतत्व जय पंचतत्व जय पंचतत्व जय पंचतत्व जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव जय श्री राधा गिरधारी की जय राधा दामोदर की जय जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा मैया की जय गौरीताई की जय लड्डू गोपाल की श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल ऑल glories to assemble devotees हरे कृष्ण वंशा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः Hare Krishna everyone and most welcome in the ISKCON Bhagavatam class, everyday Bhagavatam class. So I will start with the Srila Prabhupada's Lilamrita, chapter 14, Struggling Alone. I am sharing now. I'll start from here, November 8, that how Srila Prabhupada is struggling alone, though he requested his god brothers for help, but he did not get any help. Prabhupada wrote to his god brother Tirtha Maharaja, who had become president of the Gaudiya Math, to remind him that their spiritual master, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, had a strong desire to open preaching centers in the Western countries. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta had several times attempted to do this by sending sannyasis to England and other European countries, but Prabhupada noted without any tangible results. I have come to this country with the same purpose in view, and as far as I can see, here in America there is very good scope for preaching the cult of Lord Chaitanya. Prabhupada pointed out that there were certain Mayavadi groups who had buildings but were not attracting many followers. But he had talked with Swami Nikhilananda of the Ramakrishna Mission, who had given the opinion that the Americans were suitable for Bhakti Yoga. I am here and see a good field for work, but I am alone, without men and money. To start a center here, we must have our own buildings. In the leaders of the Gaudiya Math would consider opening their own branch in New York, Srila Prabhupada would be willing to manage it, but without their own house, he reported they could not conduct a mission in the city. Srila Prabhupada wrote that they could open centers in many cities throughout the country if his god brothers would cooperate. He repeatedly made the point that although other groups did not have the genuine spiritual philosophy of India, they were buying many buildings. The Gaudiya Math, however, had nothing. If you agree to cooperate with me, as I have suggested above, then I shall extend my visa period. My present visa period ends by the end of this November, but I receive your confirmation immediately. Then I shall extend my visa period. Otherwise, I shall return to India. I am stopping here. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. I'm starting my invocation prayer. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam namaskritam naranchaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayam udirayet srinatang shakatha krishna punna shravana kirtanah hridayantasthabhi abhadrani vidhunati sruhit satam नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीरुत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टकी मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमाम् आनन्दमाधवम् श्रीगुरुं दीनतारणम् Hare Krishna. Today we are going to discuss from Canto 4, chapter 24 and verse number 22. I am repeating the verse. After that, you can repeat. Those who would like to repeat. This chapter name is that chanting the song sung by Lord Shiva. We can say also Rudra Geet. Matta Brahmara Sausarya Hishtarumolatang Padmakosharajodiksu Viksipatpavanotsavam Matta Brahmara Sausarya Hishtarumolatang Padmakosharajodiksu Viksipatpavanotsavam Matta Brahmara Sausarya Hishtarumolatang Padmakosarajodiksu Viksipatpavanotsavam. Hare Krishna. I invite you here to read this. Hare Krishna Prabhu, go ahead.
Matta Brahmara Shauvarya Vishtaromalatangritam Padmakoshorajo Dikshu Dikshipad Pavanotsavam.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, I am also there.
Yes, Prabhu.
Matta Brahmara Shausaya Hishtaro Latangripam Padma Pusharajo Dikshu Dikshipat Pavanotsavam.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Matta Brahma Shausharya Vishtaromalatangritam Padma Kosha Rajo Dikshu Vikshipat Pavanotsavam.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you. Anyone? We can go ahead with synonyms. Would like to read anyone synonyms?
Krishna Mataji, can I
Yes,
read?
Mataji. Yes, Mataji. Go ahead.
Matta, mad. Bhramara, bumblebees. Sauswarya, with great humming. Krishta, joyfully. Roma, hair on the body. Lata, creepers. Angripam, trees. Padma, lotus flower. Kosha, whirl. Rajaha, saffron. Dikshu, in all directions. Vikshipat, throwing away. Pavana, air. Utsavam, festival. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Translation. Anyone?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Go ahead.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation: There were various trees and creepers on all sides of the lake, and there were mad bumblebees humming all about them. The trees appeared to be very jolly due to the sweet humming of the bumblebees, and the saffron which was contained in the lotus flowers was being thrown into the air. This all created such an atmosphere that it appeared as though a festival were taking place there.
Thank you, Mataji. Purport is small. You can continue, Mataji.
Okay. Trees and creepers are also different types of living beings. When bumblebees come upon trees and creepers to collect honey, certainly such plants become very happy. On such an occasion, the wind also takes advantage of the situation by throwing pollen or saffron contained in the lotus flowers. All this combines with the sweet vibration created by the swans and the calm of the water. The Prachitas considered such a place to be like a continuous festival. From this description, it appears that the Prachitas reached Sivaloka, which is supposed to be situated near the Himalaya mountains.
Thank you, Mataji. Nice reading. So, yes, I seek all your blessings that I can speak something in line of Srila Prabhupada and for the pleasure of all the Vaishnavas and for my own purification. And thank you, Sama Mataji. So, just starting this today's verse, I would like to take the blessings of all of you and from Guru and Guru Parampara. Om Agyanang Timirang Dhasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chaksurumlitam Jeno Tashmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manohishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Shayam Rupam Kadamayam Dadati Shapadantikam Vande Hang Sri Gurung Sri Utapada Kamalam Sri Gurung Vaishnavangscha Sri Rupam Shagrajatam Shahagana Raghunathana Vitam Tam Sajivam Shadbadhaitam Shabadhutam Parijana Shahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Shahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhan Vitangscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpati Gopesha Gopika Kanto Radha Kanto Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishwabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhascha Kripa Sindhu Paye Vachapatitanam Pavunebho Vaishnavebho Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Bindu Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Charu Saminiti Namini Snikta Cheto Shupranito Bhagminam Charasapratam Prabhupada Gata Prananamami Bhakti Charu Padam Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Saminiti Namini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunnavadi Paschatu Deshodarini Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. And today's verse is a very nice verse about that scenic beauty and the favorable atmosphere. So I will discuss how favorable atmosphere helps for human civilization, how helps to for the spiritual advancement, even material advancement. So I will discuss one by one. And just a recap for this chapter. So who are the Prachitas? So we know the Prachitas are lineage from Prithu Maharaj. And Prithu Maharaj begot the 5 sons, and his eldest son is Vijitasa, and whose power and fame is like his father, Prithu Maharaj. So, and so that Vijitasha means the first son. He is having name also Antardhan, and this name is given by the Indra. So Antardhan's having son is Havirdhan, and Havirdhan's son is Barhishat. And Barhishat, he known as Prajapati. And also Maharaj Barhishat known as Prachanbari. And he married with the Shatadruti, who is very beautiful. And we have read about her beauty. And King Prachanbari and Shatadruti, they begot the 10 sons. And all of them were equally endowed with religiosity, and all of them were known as Prachetas. So that's why we got that name is Prachetas. That Chaitanya Charandas Prabhu was here, how he nicely described when Prajapati told that his sons to beget the son, so what's their duty? And how he explained the balance of austerity for outer growth and inner growth. We materialistic people always think about the outer growth, but we need the inner growth as well. So in this modern Yuga, if we say something, to our son, what they will tell? They will not tell that we are going for austerity, but that Prachitas, when they heard, they got the instruction from their father, they went to the austerity. And normally we found the sadhu goes to forest to do the austerity, but here Prachitas went to ocean, and they did the austerity tapasya for 10,000 years. They maintained nicely the varnashram system with a disciplined way. And also I remember how Chaitanya Prabhu was telling about the balance of individuality, how nicely he gives the example about that guru and sister's relationship. Individuality will be there, autonomy will be there, but the feeling of dependent of guru, but not being independent, which is unhealthy. Just we found that Srila Prabhupada and Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati's relationship, and how Shiva gives the advice to the Prachita, then he left, means not to micro control. And I found 20, 21, and 22, the three texts are giving the descriptions of lakes. All these different types of lotus flowers were present on that lake. And because the lake was so calm and quiet and filled with lotus flowers, and superior birds like swans, chakrabaks, and karanadhas stood on the shores and vibrated their different songs, making the entire scene attractive and beautiful. And lotus flower is blooming. That last class was given by Abhay Prabhu, how he described about that lotus. Krishna's everything is the lotus. His flower is lotus, his eyes are lotus, his lips is lotus, his feet is lotus, his navel is lotus, so nicely. So according to, just I'm sharing my PowerPoint. Just yeah, from the description, it looks like, the Prachita reached to Sibalok, the Himalaya mountains. And why they have gone Prachitas to do the austerity. Actually, according to Vedic culture, if someone wants to bring the good progeny in the society, they first of all should be free from sense gratification, and one should actually look forward to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That's why they went to austerities, and they actually entered the Sivaloka. And there they find this wonderful place, which is described here in very elaborate way. And there they will meet very rare personality, the Lord Shiva. And Lord Shiva makes that atmosphere made for Prachetas, because Prachetas are from the Prithu Maharaja's legacy. Also, they are they know the Vaishnava philosophy. And Lord Shiva appeared before that through this lake under the jurisdiction of Lord Shiva, this lake. And this lake is, and this environment is very conducive for spiritual advancement. The birds and bees are pollen, the plants grow that not like, just sentimental. It's nicely, I can read that one more time, that translations. There were various trees and creepers on all sides of the lake, and there were made bumblebees humming all about them. The trees appeared to be very jolly due to the sweet humming of the bumblebees, and the saffron which was contained in the lotus flowers was being thrown into the air. These all created such an atmosphere that it appeared as though a festival were taking place there. Means, if you imagine with the all descriptions, how you will feel. So nice atmosphere. So this is actually not sentimental, this is real. So here Lord Shiva appears that he gives them good instruction. Actually, he gave them a whole prayer to sing, and they will be taking shelter of Lord Shiva's like that. And Prachetas are very blessed. They got the darshan of Shiva, they got darshan of Narada Muni, and also they will get the Lord's darshan. And Lord was pleased to them because of their very friendly, cooperative relationships. So this is here, the specific translation is more to do with the scenic beauty of that place. So actually, when I was reading first time, I was wondering that what I am going to speak on this purpose, because yeah, it's wonderful festival and wonderful environment, and how to connect to Krishna. So, but Srila Prabhupada is very kind to offer us many wonderful insights into all these principles, which are coming in Srimad Bhagavatam. Actually, every verse of Srimad Bhagavatam is simply born out of pure devotional service. So even that Vyasdev, how he is contemplating Bhakti Yogena Manasa. So that way he is sharing the ecstasy of bhakti. Actually, this means Srimad Bhagavatam class, this class cannot be given like intellectual platform. One should speak from bhakti point of view. However, I am a fallen soul, still by the mercy of you all, and that's I am trying to share something and repeating words of Srila Prabhupada. That's all. So just the first slide, that is showing how that Shiva's lake, and they reached in the Shiva lake. And then one same the verse where that description for human civilization, that is same canto 1 and chapter 11 and 12, that about that city of Dwarkapuri. So anyone guess the picture, and what is the picture saying? Anyone can guess? It's a Dwarkapuri. Is it visible?
Yeah, it is the
city of Dwarkapuri.
Yeah.
This is the welcoming of Krishna when he arrived at Dwarka.
Yeah. From where he is coming?
From Hastinapur.
Yes. Thank you, Prabhu. So, would like to read the sloka, Prabhu?
I'll try, Mataji.
Yeah.
Sarvartu sarva vibhava punya vriksha latashramai udhyano pavanaramair vrita padmakara shriyam. Thank you, Mataji.
Okay, translation as well, Prabhu.
Translation. Yeah. The city of Dwarkapuri was filled with opulences of all seasons. There were hermitages, orchards, flower gardens, parks and reservoirs of water, breeding lotus flowers all over. Thank you, Balaji.
Thank you, Prabhu. So it's telling about that Dwarkapuri's opulence at all season. And Srila Prabhupada is telling about the natural beauty, how it should be seen. And he has written in the purport, perfection of human civilization is made possible by utilizing the gifts of nature in their own way. As we find herewith in the description of its opulence, Dwarka was surrounded by flower gardens and fruit orchards, along with reservoirs of water and growing lotuses. There is no mention of mills and factories supported by slaughterhouses, which are the necessary paraphernalia of the modern metropolis. How Srila Prabhupada's languages is just amazing, isn't it? The propensity of utilize nature's own gifts is still there, even in the heart of modern civilized man. The leaders of modern civilization select their own residential quarters in a place where there are such natural, beautiful gardens and reservoirs of water. But they leave the commandment to reside in congested areas without parks and gardens. How Prabhupada is graphing and giving the true example, what we are seeing in this modern time. Everywhere is in also our in Auckland, so many big scrapers, and they put the small balcony and just putting one plant same way. Sometimes the natural beauty, people have to get the natural beauty. What they do, they put the wallpaper, some scenic, maybe some money plant to survive. To keep, they decorate like that. They try to make the natural, but those who are the main people, those who are the they are making there, they used to stay very nice way. They are having their garden, swimming pool, and everything. So advancement of civilization is estimated not on the growth of mills and factories to deteriorate the finer instincts of the human being, but on developing the potent spiritual instincts of human beings and giving them a chance to go back to Godhead. Development of factories and mills is called Ugra Karma, or pungent activities, and such activities deteriorate the finer sentiments of the human being and turn society to a dungeon of demands. So how Prabhupada is telling like this. Advancement civilization and mills, factories, this is all deteriorated to the finer instincts of the human being. And it's happening, we are seeing. So we are seeing that today's world, people are working always with gadgets, factories, machines. People work like machine. They have lost their sentiments of human life. They are no sense and for feeling of other people. Actually, no genuine friendship. They friends do there with the Facebook and the Twitter. Even when festivals come like Diwali, all people try to celebrate it out of ritual. They blow more crackers rather than actually worshipping the Lord. Now we are seeing, everywhere is the celebrating the Diwali. What they are doing? Eating and dancing, isn't it? Even no pictures of Lord, nothing is there. Only enjoyment. They are celebrating like enjoying rather than celebrating by ruminating the wonderful leelas of the Lord. And even forget about the Lord. They don't have relate to living entities, means who are their family members. Nowadays, so many divorces. Earlier, they were in the joint family, and people became nowadays nuclear families now became divorce families. From divorce, then they are thinking, oh, why divorce? So better to leave, relationship. So all going on nowadays. Very degraded society now. People cannot live with each other. The finer sentiments to bend to each other, to cooperate with each other, no more. And these things really extend the cooperation to stay together. So because the person is controlled by what the modes of passion and ignorance, then when civilization is very refined. But when they are in mode of goodness, they respect the relationships more than the achievements. And that mode of transcendence, the persons worship the Supreme Lord. And so in mode of goodness and transcendence, alone we can have very fine dealings, great culture, which we are seeing in our ISKCON community that Prabhupada has given to us. So modern world is prevailed with lot of lack of culture. People don't understand what they are doing only to the society. They like how they are doing. They sleep the beds and the shoes and so many things in going on. So also Prabhupada writes in the purport that about the pious trees which produce regional flowers and fruits. The impious trees are useless jungles only, and they can only be used to supply fuels. In the modern civilization, such impious trees are planted on the sides of the roads, which we are seeing. I am also thinking, when I saw the so many plants and I thinking why they don't put some fruits plant. Maybe they think their business will finish. That's why maybe they don't want to plant the apple trees, pear trees. So people will not go to the market. They will maybe pluck the fruits and flowers from theirs. And also Prabhupada is telling about that the milk is very miracle food. And human energy should properly utilized in developing the finer senses for spiritual understanding, which lies the solution of life, fruits, flowers, and beautiful gardens, parks, reservoirs of waters with ducks and swans playing in the midst of lotus flowers, and cows giving sufficient milk and butter are essential for developing the finer tissues of the human body. And actually, the description of Dwarka Dham is the ideal of human civilization because of the nature is giving. So that's why in our Krishna conscious movement, we found that so many farm community established, which Srila Prabhupada wants. And they are coming back to the Vedic culture. Actually, the Vedic culture is the proper civilization. And so it's very important, these kind of principles should be in the society. And sustainability of life or sustainable society will be there. Then also the next slide, Srila Prabhupada is telling next sloka in the same chapter, how we take the natural things to celebrate when festivals come. The city gateway, the household doors, and festooned arts along the roads were all nicely decorated with festive signs like plantain trees and mango leaves, all to welcome the Lord. Flags, garlands, and painted signs and slogans all combined to save the sunshine. So nice, this one as well. So this is the gifts of nature, such as a mango tree and plantain tree. We still use, isn't it? In India, any functions, any festivals, we use those. Even coconut palms and mango trees and banana trees, means plantain trees, we use. And all here, what we do in the boat festival in ISKCON, how we decorate Sri Radhastami festivals, how we decorate with natural flowers, fruits and leaves, and all such wonderful articles which are gifted by nature. You imagine if there is no natural gift left, are only having nuts and bolts and gadgets. So how we can decorate to Lord and Sri Radha Giridhari with mobile phones? Is it possible? You just imagine how it will be. So just next sloka, I am giving you the how we made the festivals. This is also how natural things comes and we decorate to Lord with the natural way, not with the mobile phone, not with the gadgets. And this time we did that Radhaastami and that Radhaastami festivals, which is full of flowers, and that video was viral and so nicely decorated with the blue flowers, like blue lotus petals. And that it's decorated so nicely. We cannot even close our eyes to seeing that nice decorated that petals with the blue flowers. Even that time flower is not available. So actually we have to have the natural things and reciprocate to the Lord. Lord is not going to reciprocate with factories. And India, everywhere you will find anything, even that they are in the month of Baishak, any worship, anything. They made the torrents with the mango leaves, and how nicely they put it in that, like, garland. Also, we found some slokas. The Lord, when Lord appears, also then nature celebrates. And like Janmashtami. So the next, the Janmashtami time, how we celebrate. Even this is winter here, but this time that Janmashtami celebrates in the month of September. But in the August, when celebrates, we get that early cheers flowers and we nicely decorate. And this is the auspicious time for the appearance of the Lord. The entire universe, and with all good qualities and goodness, the mode of goodness and beauty and peace, sun, moon, peaceful, extremely pleasing, the atmosphere. And that stars are twinkling, the sky are cloudless, and decorated with towns, villages, mines, and pasturing grounds. Everywhere is the decoration. And the earth seems all auspicious, that rivers flowing with clear water, lakes and vast reservoirs with full of lilies, lotuses, are extraordinary beautiful. In the trees and garden, with the green plants, full of flowers, leaves. And so everything is very pleasing to the eyes. And birds are chirping like cuckoos. So they are putting nice voice. And the bumblebees are breathing. They are doing the sounds. So all atmosphere is very nice. And also Brahman, they are doing the yagna, ritualistic ceremonies, fire sacrifices. So all are with all atmosphere with full of things, full of auspicious things. So that although Lord Krishna Janmashtami doesn't come in spring season in India, but became like a spring season when Lord Krishna appeared to celebrate in a time of nature. So how we celebrate Janmashtami in here. So how we decorate with everything, with natural things, with leaves and flowers. So nicely we decorate. So also we found how when Lord glance the nature. So what it happens, that Kunti's prayer, its famous prayer, that I am going to recite this one. When Lord glances and nature smiles. When Lord glances, the nature becomes like that, and nature also smiles. Ime janapada shraddha, soka aushadhi viruddha, bandari nodi udanvanto, he idhante tava vikashitaha. All these cities and villages are flourishing in all respects because the herbs and grains are in abundance. The trees are full of fruits, the rivers are flowing, the hills are full of minerals, and the oceans full of wealth. And this is all due to your glassing over them. How she is praising to Lord. Actually, all natural gifts are dependent on the mercies of the Lord. Without Lord mercy, it will not going to happen. And Mother Nature gives fruits and flowers and all wonderful opulences that actually human beings need. And we cannot eat anything from the factory, even bread, which comes from the factory, but ingredients comes from the Mother Nature only. So Mother Nature are the means whatever are the needs of her body, he actually provide. So the finer tissue also to develop for our spiritual life, actually Mother Nature supplies, and she plays a vital role. And Mother Nature becomes happy and smile when Lord Krishna glances. because we know Mother Nature is Prakriti and Lord Krishna is Purush. So when Purush glances over Mother Nature becomes very happy. He provides more and more, and she makes the home like festival, like at home. When a husband is happy, wife is to provide more and more. She makes the home is like festival. And Prabhupada has written in the para, human prosperity flourishes by natural gifts and not by gigantic industrial enterprises. The gigantic industrial enterprises are producers of a godless civilization, which we are observing. And they cause the destruction of the noble aims of human life. The natural gifts such as grains and vegetables, fruits, rivers, the hills, full of fruits, jewels and minerals, and the seas, full of pearls, are supported by the order of the Supreme. As he desires material nature products them in abundance or restricts them at times. Yeah, when he thinks he will send abundance, and when he will think he will restrict, isn't it? We have seen the Prithu Maharaj, how Mother Earth restricts. Because that time there is no yagna is going on, and Bena's kingdom, and they are taking all the nature's means recklessly. So Mother Earth stopped to give them. Actually, I'm giving the one example. Just when a child given a pocket money for 5 rupees, and if he gets some book study for further study, and into what is duties of life, and or if he buy some flower for the Lord, or for his family, or for his father, so that mother will very happy. And she will tell to the father, can you give 5 rupees next day also? But imagine if that son, he gets a cigarette, then what mother will do? She will tell, oh, he's a naughty boy, please don't give the money. No, Saying, so what child will do? So he will just like snatching the money from the mother. So in that way, what mother will do? Mother will stop giving the supplies which are supposed to be used for the Lord. Same way, Mother Nature, India, before it was tell, this is Sone ki chidiya, golden bird. But why we don't tell now? Because that time, Mother Nature was so happy, so much jagna was going on for the pleasure of the Lord. But when she stopped, because when that all gold taken away by the British, when Prabhupada went to the England and said that you did not take the real treasure, actually, what is Indian real treasure? What is the spiritual knowledge? And you forget to take that real spiritual treasure, that is spiritual knowledge. And also Prabhupada told to us that Indians are sitting on the treasure house, but they are looking for broken pieces of glasses. They are looking for Western culture. Actually, treasure is worshipping the Supreme Lord, because that was the profusely going on the treasures which are visible to the world in terms of the opulences, and which is manifest in India. The British had just took the external thing, and they jeopardized the very foundation of the treasure, which was the Vedic culture. And really, they started educating people about what is the Vedic philosophy and Vedic culture. So because of that, India lost the proper respect towards their own culture. And then you see today what is going on. And I have, when I listen to Prabhupada's lectures, that he always disagree with that, how tea came to India by the British. This is all, maximum people are habituated with that tea in the morning. It's very bad habit that Srila Prabhupada does not want. That's why that ISKCON also, condemn about this one. So Mother Nature will give abundance. Also, she can restrict. When natural law is the human being taking advantage, when they are doing the exploitation, or when they are lording to the over material nature. That's that time she restricted. So nowadays, what they do, the nowadays people that and they don't know what's the connection of the between Prakriti and Purus. They think material nature is providing, and so if it is not providing, they dig more. So that way, digging the ground more is bringing the more instability, more sinful reaction. And people are doing more sinful activities, and that's why Mother Nature has to withdraw more and more of the resources, and because she's unhappy, so that's why she's not giving the resources. That, like the ocean water, it is unlimited, isn't it? But previously also was there, sun was there, and also sun is there. And modern scientists, they think also evaporation of water is ocean going on. That's why rivers is flowing, and that's why abundance of water is there. And when same items, it's now this time and previous also. And also clouds is forming, and that way river is also forming. So everything is there. But nowadays, what we are seeing, we are seeing that rivers are drying up. So what is missing? Why rivers are drying up? Can you tell anyone? Why rivers are drying up? Everything is there. Because
we are not paying respect to them as they desire through our cultural advancement, but we are deviating from there. As nature gives us, we return it to the nature with the love. That respect, reciprocation is not there.
not there. Yeah.
Or it is going down and down. That's why it is not reciprocating.
We are not
Yes,
taking
Prabhu.
care of nature. We are not
Yeah.
taking care.
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhu. Yes, also Jagna is not there. Jagnat Bhavati Parjanna. Isn't it? We read in the Bhagavad Gita chapter 3. So they are not doing any yagna. When yagna is done, then rivers will come, otherwise rivers will dry up, and we are not taking the proper care. We are digging, we are not respecting. That's why also nature, she is not reciprocating. Though all evaporation going on, cloud is there, but still. So because we are not following the Lord's principle. One time, that Prabhupada also said that Lord has put a lock over the reservoir of the water, putting the salt in the ocean. You can imagine that so much water, but still we cannot drink because it's the process, the salination process to make it drinking water is very expensive. That's why we use the river water, and that river water the river will fill the sweet water if rain is there. And for the rain, we need to do the yagna. And we need to obedient to the laws of the Lord. Otherwise, human life will be finished. And day by day, we are seeing that no growth of the civil with the civil, no growth, nothing is happening. And perfection of human life is happened with the devotional service. So then I can go with the next slow sim as well, how nature's is giving that beauty, like in the Vrindavan. In the Canto 10, it's so nice to read that all slokas. Everything nature's offering for Lord pleasures. And Lord enjoy the auspicious atmosphere. How Lord is making the noise and imitating the peacock, and all their friends are laughing. So beautifully explained, Srila Prabhupada. The means description of Vrindavan is like, the even 5,000 years ago, and same we can see now, that they are telling, the Kujat Kakila Hamsa Sarasha, they are like singing. Same sounds and atmosphere is still in the area where the Krishna Balaram temple in the Vrindavan, and still aroma is there, and bees and blooming lotuses, the bees are humming and birds are chirping. So all beautiful trees in the forest still are there, and their scents are so clean and soft, that because of that, the Krishna's pastimes, and he is still there. And from this, seeing this, the natural beauty, we can realize, yes, we need Krishna in our life. We need devotional service. And Lord Krishna, actually 15:3, the verse, that Krishna saw that Vrindavan forest is giving pleasure to all five senses, and that how he is feeling the birds, bees, and animals, that sounds they are making, that for the pleasing for the ears. Then wind is rendering service to the Lord by blowing throughout the forest. So nice, and carrying the cool moisture of a transparent lake, and thus giving pleasure to the sense of touch. And the sweetness of the wind, even the sense of taste was being stimulated, and the fragrance of lotus flowers was bringing pleasure to the nostrils. And the entire forest was endowed with heavenly beauty, which was giving spiritual bliss to the eyes. And Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explained nicely and significance of this verse. And the last one, the 10 to 12, that is giving the descriptions of the Vrindavan, and how Lord Krishna joked with his friends, and just look how peacock does not know how to dance properly, so he tried to dance, and he imitated the peacock's dancing. So that seeing the friends how they are laughing, and sometimes bees in the Vrindavan bring the shape of the forest flowers, and combination of these all nectar and Sri Krishna's all association, everything, it's look like, that made the friends with intoxication, and they close their eyes in ecstasy and express their satisfaction by humming. And also that how Krishna imitate that sound, the humming by the Lord. So all atmosphere is so nice in Vrindavan, still is there. Those people are going, and we are also there. We experienced, is still there. And that 5,000 years ago, the Krishna came and still is there. Then this is about that other that one aspect. In other aspect, that nature's opulences in heaven also, that scenic beauty attracts anyone. So it's not only that it's telling about the Trikuta mountains, and this is that standard pleasure for the residents of the heavenly planets, and those who are the inhabitants, the lands, those who are the important leaders among the demigods. So they were there. They are also parks, gardens, and beauty means upper heavenly planets also very beautiful, and the creepers and gardens and fruits, flowers, extraordinary beautiful. That beauty could attract anyone and make his mind fully blossoms in the pleasure of sense gratification. Lakes, reservoirs, there, water also transparent, and fish are jumping, and gardens are with many flowers, and ponds are with like lilies, with lotuses, blue, red lotuses, and also the birds. They are also chirping. Atmosphere is also very nice in the heaven. So this is pleasing vibration, which are very satisfying and conducive to enjoyment of the senses. That Srila Prabhupada is telling that also I'm feeling. So people will say, oh, they are actually not serving the Lord. They are enjoying the beauty. So Srila Prabhupada writes that they are trying to enjoy the sense gratification, but they don't enjoy sensitivity like the people of this planet, like not us. They never forget the Lord, although they are enjoying the sense gratification. And they always remember the Lord. So we should not think that the opulence is the heavenly planet are without the mercy of the Lord. And mercy of the Lord is there. So that's why the rains or opulences are there. And so if we say, scriptures is telling and we are doing something, our own philosophy, but no, it's not like that. One time, just giving one example, that Tamal Krishna Goswami went to the Fiji, and that time there was no rains. That time drought was going on. So one reporter came and he was asking what you are doing. Then Maharaj is telling, we are doing Harinam. This is a Sankirtan Jagna. It will bring the rain. Then that reporter told, oh, you can bring the rain. Then you can do. Then Tamal Krishna Goswami and tell, yes, we will do. So they started the Harinam with the on devotees who are there, and the reporters with the video and things. Some devotees, we are also when we'll be there in the challenge, we feel sometimes we feel sometimes so scared. If does not rain come, we feel doubt. But Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj and the devotees having great faith. They did with full devotion and love and raining like cats and dogs. And that next day, there was a newspaper headline, Hare Krishna, the rainmakers. So nice. And also when Srila Prabhupada came in the Hyderabad, also drought going on, and that government people came and they were doing social welfare, and they know that Srila Prabhupada is getting getting some getting the money from the outside world, a lot of money. So they were asking to donate some money. Then Prabhupada told, oh, I will give you the relief from the drought, not the money. So he did kirtan and the rains came. Same happened with that His Holiness when Gaur Govinda Swami went to the Germany. It's started kirtan and immediate rains came, and newspaper brought that Swami that brought rains from India. So this is so nice. When Supreme Lord, nature, when he smile, then it will be great joy to seeing the opulence, and we use those opulence back for the service of the Lord. Whatever we are getting, we have to give it to the service to the Lord. Like Ganga is coming from the lotus feet of the Lord, and we are using Ganga water to serve the Lord. So in our daily program in ISKCON, Srila Prabhupada, that's why made the festival with the 24 hours kirtan that is in Vrindavan happening, and it is like a festival, and 24 hours going on. And he told it's a Golakar Premadhana. It's ordinary people cannot go. So he is doing Sankirtan, he is doing japa with that all his devotees, all his disciples in this picture. So we need to do all these things with pleasure of Lord. And last flies that everything for Lord Krishna's pleasure, not for all pleasure. When Srila Prabhupada was telling that in this material nature for sense gratification, that all devotees will, no, this is for only Krishna's pleasures. So just I giving one example that when we use the tulsi leaves, one day that Kokila Mataji, I was asking Mataji, how your tulsi leaves are so nicely growing? What's the cause? The Mataji was telling 2-3 years, I tried so much, but still it's not blooming. And now this year, I promised I will not these tulsi leaves on my own deity purposes for not servicing my own deity, but I will use for the Radha Giridhari. And she found, and I also surprised to see how nicely blooming. So everything in natures we need to use for Krishna's pleasure, because Krishna is the reservoir of pleasures. And also we in our practical life we found when weather is nice, how we feel. And one plant also, one tulsi plant, how She needs the light air and sunshine for growth. So in our daily life, we need the good atmosphere and a conducive atmosphere for our spiritual growth and for material growth. So I can conclude my class with that. So two aspects I described as for that how Krishna use the opulences and how she glances, how nature smiles, how Dwarkapuri, and even sense pleasure, the how heavenly goddess they use, but all they worship Lord Krishna, keeping center Lord Krishna, and we have all to do with the pleasure of Lord Krishna. Thank you for listening. So any comment and questions, though 8:30, it's all welcome. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Such a nice class. How beautifully you explained the natural beauty before attracted those prachetas, 10 prachetas, when they started moving towards west and suddenly stopped at one place and looking around and describing the natural beauty. And from there, how they found is so conducive. Suddenly something is there because the lake, the surroundings are welcoming them in such a beautiful way. You are engrossed with the natural beauty. And they were just describing the nature's beauty as the Lord's mercy, and something there which really attracts there. There's something, so they stopped over there and looking at the surroundings and remembering the Lord, because the purpose was there to make an austerity for 10,000 years. So they stopped at place at the lake and describing the surroundings, and you so nicely mentioned about what the natural beauty teaches us for the advancement in spiritual way and spiritual life, and giving the examples of Tamal Krishna Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada and Gaur Govinda Maharaj, how this devotee, pure devotee of the Lord, they can turn around the whole situation, though there were drought in various places, but by their mercy through the Lord Sri Krishna, everything is turned into gold. And that is the proof how natural beauty attracts and becomes a conducive environment for our transcendental activities. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Jai Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Any other comments or realization or correction? So we can conclude our class here if there is no comments. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhaiva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namo. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. All glories to assembled devotees. Hare Krishna.